When the station is retired, it will have hosted a range of scientific and commercial activities. The International Space Station, whose construction was completed in 1998, has already exceeded its expected operating time. NASA researchers, who initially assigned a 15-year lifespan to the station, are looking for ways to safely discard the space station. Authorities express their fear that if the station enters the atmosphere uncontrolled, it could fall on people. At the meeting, it was stated that it was necessary to build a special space tug to pull the station out of orbit. The day when the space station will reach the end of its life is inevitable. We may not be able to determine that day. It was stated that it was unthinkable that we would allow the station to leave orbit uncontrollably. The station is very large and would pose extreme danger to people over a large area of the Earth. If we want to prevent a disaster, it needs to be resourced now. A spacecraft leaving orbit is nothing new for NASA. However, the size of the space station poses a greater risk and requires greater precision. At 358 meters long from end to end, the space station could easily crush an entire stadium if it were to crash and clear the atmosphere in one piece. NASA is afraid the space station will fall on people. He states that he wants to retire it by 2030 and plans to do so with some type of tugboat. Accordingly, the tugboat in question will push the station into the atmosphere, and in the meantime it will burn and disappear, allowing the parts of the space station to fall to a point far from settlements. NASA officials announced that approximately $180 million was allocated to begin development of the tug. But actually building the station could cost up to $1 billion. To cover these costs, NASA requested that the budget be increased to $27.2 billion for next year. On the other hand, the 2023 Fiscal Responsibility Act, signed by U.S. President Joe Biden in June, means that the space agency will likely be subject to budget cuts. It is stated that if these cuts occur, NASA will have to make difficult choices.